Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as Dragonmar, and welcome to a new video. Today is a special day because we have a special video for you guys. We are doing our first Radiant VOD review, which also happens to be of a professional player, none other than Koler himself. Koler, the Cypher player from Immortals, and as such, I have found a Cypher VOD. Cypher mains rejoice, this should be good. Cannot wait to see what he has in store for us here. So big shout out to Koler for agreeing to this, letting me use his Twitch VOD. Please go thank him, go check him out. Twitch.tv/Koler1337. Link is down below for that. And as always guys, if you do enjoy these videos, remember, leave a like, comment what you'd like to see next, or maybe in this case, whose VOD you'd like to see next. And of course, subscribe for more. I just want to make a quick note as well that I will be live on Twitch right after this video goes live on stream at twitch.tv/Dragonmar for VOD reviews and of course, viewer 10-mans. But enough of this intro, let's jump into the review. All right, guys, let's jump into the VOD review. But before we sort of get into the actual gameplay, I want to make one quick note about what happens when we're watching such a high rank. So Koler, not just a Radiant player, right? Obviously a professional as well. And as part of that, it's going to be really important in this review, and as we're watching that, we pay attention not only to the mistakes, but really to what he's doing right. Because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of it, and mistakes are probably going to be limited, and most mistakes at this rank can sort of be defined by overaggression, right? A lot of the times at this rank, these players, if they were playing very smart and playing in a tournament environment, they're not making these same plays. So a lot of the times people just play a certain way in ranked, very different than how they would actually play. But nonetheless, we will judge them based on what we see. So we're going to be fair here to Koler. We can only judge on what we see. But let me tell you, this game, I think, is going to be a bit of a thriller. I'm excited to see what happens, even though I already know. But nonetheless, let's check out a few things, right? I want to pay attention a lot to utility usage. Cypher, that's what makes Cypher Cypher, right? Trips, cages, and of course his cam. Where is Koler placing these? How is he using them to help his team, especially on attack, where Cypher really struggles? Very excited to see this. And with that being said, let's jump into the first round here. So going for the cam up in rafters. Now, that camera can cause some problems depending on when you check it. Those beams do occasionally block your vision. But Koler going for the rotate here. Now, remember, he's also leaving his camera behind. And this is good because it helps a lot with rotations. Okay, finds a shot on the Reyna there. Took a few shots, but able to find it. 2v3 now. Oh, player behind. Great turn there by Koler, but unfortunately Killjoy had the drop, but was able to find one headshot at the very least. Unfortunately, will lose the round though. All right, starting off the second round, not going for any utility quite yet, but buying a sheriff. One thing I will say is that at this rank, a sheriff is deadly. A real pain to play against, even for myself when I play Radiant players or very good players in Immortal and they buy sheriffs. It scares me because, unfortunately, though, Koler somehow getting flanked in spawn, in CT. Looks like the team had just given up control there, and I don't think Koler knew that. That jet was way too far up, so probably a lack of communication there. Nothing really too much on Koler, though, in that situation. Team just has to call that one out. Now, thankfully, we don't really care too much about those eco rounds. Let's jump into a gun round here. Purchasing a Vandal, but unfortunately, not going to find anyone yet in main. Oh, there it is though. Reyna spotted. Now it still has that trip down. This trip, look how low that is, guys. That's something we don't see a lot in our VOD reviews so far. Most players go for those either vertical trips or high trips that will stop you from running through. This one is going to get your feet. And it's going to be kind of a bit harder to actually find as well. When they're in the ground like that, it can be a little difficult to locate them since it's a little more unusual. Koler here, I want you guys to pay attention to this crosshair placement. Just so precise. Unfortunately, doesn't find the first shot there, but spray control will get the kill. Now, on 40 health, definitely don't want to be behind that box there. Really easy to get wall banged. Wow, Koler, though, getting aggressive here. Says, I may have 40 health, but I'm pushing through. Unfortunately, at the same time, Jet is walking out heaven and does find the kill. Koler and his team going down 0-3 early here. So, got to find their way back into this game. Looks like the sheriff buy here for Koler. team should be able to buy next round, it looks like, but aggression over towards A. As you can see on the mini map, players grouped up over there. Now, 1-for-1 trade, followed it up, 2-for-1 and 3. Looks like that round is over. Unfortunately, Koler, a little bit too focused probably on getting over here to help the team at A, and there was a killjoy awaiting him in mid that he wasn't aware of. Just touching on what happened there, that happens a lot when you're rotating through somewhere trying to help your team. Occasionally you're going to run into lurkers there. You're not necessarily doing something wrong, so much as, you know, you might be a little too overzealous, and sometimes it's good to be a little more patient in those situations. At least, you know, kind of look at mid when you're crossing it, but nothing too big there. Fortunately though, the 3K from Omen coming in, helping out quite a bit. Now, Koler in a much different position this round, right? Playing over here at A, a little different. You don't really typically see the A play for Cypher, but because this comp has 2 Sentinels, has Killjoy as well as Cypher, can leave the Killjoy there on B if needed. All right, Koler, players in mid. Oh, but unfortunately, I like the crosshair placement. I love how Koler was going to attack that fight there. But the Cypher and Killjoy were just lined up and ready for him. Really unfortunate. Just happened to be great team play there by the attacker. Now, Koler's team able to pick up that last round, bringing it to 1-4. Now, on defense, obviously, going down big on D can be a huge problem, as this tends to be the side where you rack up your kills. Now, Jet pushing up here. Oh, great shot there. Finds the headshot on the Jet, which is so important. Those knives up close are deadly with the right click. Great shot there from Koler, and going to use his ultimate as well. Remember, even if it feels like you're going to win the round, still a good idea to use that ultimate when you get a chance. A lot of times, Cyphers struggle to find value with their ultimates because it's just, you don't always have a body near you. You know, sometimes your kills are too far away, you won't be able to get a body. But in this case, he's able to use it, get some good info from the team, and it looks like just a 4v1 now. Killjoy spotted here in main. Koler making a play through market. Let's see if he's able to spot out this Killjoy. What do you know? Great shot there, and a nice end to the round. Turret, though, getting a little redemption for his fallen owner. All right, once again, playing over here on ramp, let's pay attention to the utility now. So this camera, right off of that sort of angled or slanted area of ramp, which is going to catch the walk up and the cross. Cypher spotted. Now, we know Reyna also up close because of that. Looks like they're on some sort of save round. Reyna playing close right. You can wall bang through that wood pretty easily. Oh, great find there on the Jet. Gets the headshot. Had to make a little bit of an adjustment. Now, the Omen goes for some kind of crazy play, ends up going down, but at the same time, the enemy Cypher able to peek and finds the kill there on Koler, kind of through the body of his almost dead Omen, which was very interesting to look at. Nice shots there from Koler, but quite a few players coming up. That's always going to be tough to handle. All right, so let's check out this utility now. So we've got, looks like a trip down over on A main there towards the sidewalk area, and we also got a trip up here in heaven. But Koler getting aggressive on ramp. He's gonna get spotted out by one player, takes a lot of damage, and then gets punished. Potentially a little too aggressive there from Koler, if I'm being honest with you. He knows that this team has been pushing ramp pretty aggressively every round, and kind of goes for a peek there with very little information and no cage available to back him up in case he needs to get out of there. Probably now, just looking at in hindsight, he wants that one back. You never want to get caught out like that. And another thing I want to note, just how important it is to keep a cage with you sort of at all times if possible, just because you never know when you're going to have to retreat. And a lot of the times the cages people use are like almost too predetermined. Oh, a great shot there from Koler, finding the kill on the Jet once again. But unfortunately, I think he just hung out a little bit too long, overstayed his welcome, and does go down there to the Cypher. As you can see, when Koler got the kill, he was in a great spot, but then he moved out wide and was sort of in the middle of ramp there. Just a little bit too dangerous, a little overexposed, I think, and unfortunately goes down. Team now down 2-7. All right, Koler getting aggressive here now. Round 10. They've got to make something happen, right? It is 2-7. Omen does find the kill here, so that is a gun available. Koler smartly uses his ult. Very important to get some value. Okay, all players spotted in mid. This is a big B push most likely. As you can see, Reyna and Killjoy are sort of falling back, so this gives time for Koler and his teammates from A to get themselves over here to help. All right, has a camera available. This could be really useful for clearing out heaven. Let's see what he does. Reyna close. Oh, great job there on the peak. Look at that crosshair right on head level. Finds the Killjoy, just trying to hold that angle, do her job. Says, what am I supposed to do? Koler also finds the Omen. Nice shot as well. That pillar kill sometimes can be tough for players just because of the height difference. But Koler, nice job. Relaxed, smooth, confident. Great shots that round from Koler. Nice job giving his team some life here off of that Omen pick. All right, so it's 3-7. You're probably thinking, this is bad. But is it? Remember, never give up in your games, guys. You never know what can happen, and I'm definitely not foreshadowing. Let's see what happens here, though. Oh, a great blind there from the Phoenix. Really takes out Koler's vision. All right. Oh, aggression here from Koler. Not sure if I like this. Oh, he touches it. Now they know he's here. He's going to have to react fast here. No one spotted. Oh, is not. Oh my gosh, able to compensate there. Gets the kill on the enemy Cypher. That was a very interesting decision, Koler. I will say I'm not necessarily a fan of it, but I've got to congratulate you on the cojones there. I think I die every time there if I do that, even though I do that quite a bit actually, and I do die every time. But both players spotted in spawn. Should be a pretty easy round here. 4v1 versus this Reyna. Just got to make sure she doesn't do anything crazy, challenge her together, and this round is an easy win. All right, looks like the Reyna actually probably saved last round, I believe. So, moving into the final round of the first half here. Once again, sticking with the Vandal, throwing the camera down here. Probably didn't get too much value out of that camera just because of where that Phoenix was already. So now it looks like the rotation is coming in. Koler going to move over here towards B to help the team out. Still has his camera there as well. Oh, but the spot comes in. Looks like the enemy team able to sort of bait out some time there. Make Koler and his team think, hey, we're totally going to beat this round. Instead, put some pressure on A and find the kill. Now pressure in mid as well. Jet finds the kill on the Reyna. Koler moving quick here, making a lot of noise. And unfortunately, gonna take some knives to the face there from the Jet. Nerf Jet, guys. As we say, a little unfortunate there. Sort of a double fake, right? They had a lurker, it looks like, at A. And then at the same time, the team was making pressure towards mid and probably B main, able to converge and just take control. That's one of those situations where you just kind of want to play your positions and hold for more information. And I think an early rotation from Koler there. Not saying it would have changed the round, but nonetheless, looks like it's all up to the Killjoy here to win the first round, final round, excuse me, of the first half. All right, let's start off the second half strong, shall we? Koler playing solo over here towards A, getting some pressure down, throws a cage deep up there on ramp. So completely blocks off ramp. This is something I love doing with my smokes actually on Brim. Oh, but Koler, oh, you know he's beating himself up for that one. Unfortunately for him, Omen was just sitting in the corner there in that little cubby on ramp, which is a very common spot for players to be in. Koler, I think because of his cage placement, probably didn't expect the Omen to be there, and does go down. Not the play you want to see to start off your pistol round. Unfortunate for Koler. All right. Koler and his team currently down 4-9. Things not looking good. Sheriff buy coming in. Reyna leers out mid. Now Koler pushing up, getting aggressive, and will go down to the Jet there, unfortunately. Just probably a little too aggressive. The team wasn't exactly next to him to get that trade either, as you could see. The kill on the Jet only coming in now. But, you know, looking for kills. This is a lot of what we see at this rank where, you know, with such great aim, players want to get these kills with the Sheriff, so they will get aggressive. That round actually comes in with a win, bring it to 5-9 here. Now, a lot of pressure over here on A. Currently 5v4 with the Phoenix lurking over towards B. Koler aggressive over here towards ramp, making his way into heaven. Look at that cage placement once again. He has the lineup. He's using that to cover his advancement because he can walk through that cage without making any noise. Really throwing off the enemy here. Now essentially has full heaven control except for potentially that smoke. Doesn't look like a player is in it though. Team doing a nice job clearing sight. Jet just completely unaware of her positioning. Says, I'm going to run past this doorway. Koler says, I'll take that. And brings it into a 4v1. Round definitely winnable, but we've seen these lost before as well. Perhaps a good round to save here for the enemy Cypher. Koler searching for kills here. Does spot out the Cypher here in heaven. Sheriff And does a nice job cleaning up there, getting the final frag, bringing the score line 6-9. All right, Koler going for his 2 cages. Once again, 1 cage over there towards short and 1 cage over on ramp. Now, we'll opt in for this short cage first, then ramp, giving him a little extra time to get up here. Doesn't clear that again. Oh, but the Omen on top of the box. Omen wants that one back for sure. Nice job there, though, by Koler, adjusting, getting the kill. All right, let's check the clear here. Crosshair placement looking pretty good as he moves in. Unfortunately, is going to get hit by that and jumps down into the waiting arms, the loving arms of the enemy Reyna. Going to take Koler out there. Looks like that little alarm bot threw him off there, unfortunately, and did go down there to the Reyna. Now, I feel like we do have to compliment Koler here as well. The crosshair placement, the aim has been crisp this game, in stark contrast a lot to what we see. You guys are going to notice as you're watching that all of his movements, all of where he's aiming, it has a purpose because a player could be there. So he's checking certain things at certain times. See how quickly he goes from clearing hell to clearing heaven like that? Because he knows the second hell is clear, he needs to focus elsewhere. These sort of adjustments you just don't see at the lower ranks. Now, unfortunately in this round, as I'm complimenting Koler, stroking his ego, he does go down to a classic on site. And that's part of the problem with solo pushing, is that without teammates with you to cover, you are potentially trying to lock down 4 to 5 angles at once, and that is just too much for one man to do. All right, so cages once again, chat, take notes. Look where these are lining up. Cage on short, cage on ramp, camera to check. Opposite for both. Now, going for an aggressive player on the upper, just going straight through. Oh, and great job there, Koler. Didn't stop spraying. He knew that if he kept shooting, he probably gets that wall bang. Ooh, Killjoy spotted up. Oh, Koler, beautiful job there. That was a timing play right there. Just pure timing. That Killjoy had just gotten some kills, wanted to fall back, didn't have a weapon out or anything. Koler knew because of his ultimate that Killjoy was there. Just a great play there from Koler. Killjoy probably did not expect that level of aggression. I really, really like what I just saw. Now, let's see if we can close this round out with a kill here, potentially on the Omen. And he does, oh, a little bit shaky there on the first shots, actually. Let's rewind that and kind of see what happened. All right, taking another look. Looks like Koler's crosshair just a little bit off. Millimeters, right? We're talking fractions. But still a little bit off, but hey, able to find with the recoil. Nice job there from Koler. Good round from him. Bringing the score line 8-10. Getting closer. All right, Koler once again showing us that he does indeed know this lineup very well. Ooh, spotted finally. Gets the Omen spot close. Now, player also on ramp, so good information gained here so far. But will this player be close? Going to use the Phoenix to check it. Nothing spotted. Now we know they do have some heavy presence over here. I'm curious to see what the play is now. Looks like teammates rotating to mid. Koler is still saying here. Now, very important to note that where he was just standing was exposed to ramp. You can get pushed here from ramp. Their players do tend to regress. Oh, beautiful shot though from Koler. Says, I know someone's in there. Killjoy walks straight into the crosshair of Koler. Nice shot. Good patience there. Notice how he kept his crosshair in that area, waited for the player to walk into it. No crazy flicks needed, right? And nice kill. Now, 5v2 round looking like it should go here to the attackers. That alarm bot causing some problems for Koler in past rounds. Says not this round, though. Oh, but unfortunately, though, for Koler there. So going aggressive, right? Trying to push clear through CT. And as he's doing that, he has to worry about so many different angles that by the time he gets peeked by the Reyna, he's not ready for it. And that's a big problem when you're going for these flanks is, you know, you always have to be focused. And whenever you have to take that crosshair off the spot where the enemies can be in, and, you know, you're kind of doing 180s, you really give away any advantage you have there. Difficult situation to be in. All right, once again, starting off with the cages over here, A. Now, one thing we should note is that regardless of if the team comes to A with Koler, this much pressure does put a lot of stress on the enemy and makes them play honest, right? This makes this enemy team say, hey, we have to put people over here or this crazy-ass Cypher is just going to walk into our site every round. And right there, Koler makes the adjustment on the jet. I cannot believe he's going to go for this repeak. I hope he does not go for... Okay, he's repeaking with 33 health, which is one shot. And unfortunately for him, Omen says, yeah, I know this guy's crazy, and pushes through main there. And without any help, kind of hard to cover both angles. Koler goes down. All right, so The score line currently 10-10. We are all tied up here now. This game looked lost at one point. I believe it was like 4-9 at one point. So great job here from Koler and his team to bring this one back. I think his pressure over on A has a lot to do with that. Pulling enemies away from their other positions from mid, from B is very, very important. And now going for some mid control. Koler making his way up, finds the Killjoy, able to get the kill after a little bit of a sort of a wonky spray there. Took quite a few shots. Oh, Omen spotted. Reyna pushing through, getting the kill. Looks like actually Koler is going to use his ultimate as well. Help secure this round. 33 health. I'd like to see him just stay alive here. Doesn't have a lot of money. Only 3,300 creds right now. So really important that he stays alive. But let's see what he chooses to do. Will he get aggressive? He will. Peeking ramp. Excuse me, peeking stairs. Now, pushing through here, pushing through CT. Very dangerous spot. We saw in the last round him die here. A lot of angles to clear out. Oh, man, this crosshair placement is a beautiful thing to watch. Just always, always, always ready for wherever that player is going to be. That's what I love seeing this. And picks up the trip there. You know, remember, guys, pick up your trips. 200 creds you don't have to spend. Just beautiful thing to watch, though. All right, now, Koler and his team, I think, take their first lead of the game right here. So, potentially able to put this game away in regulation after going down huge on defense. Now, how can they do this? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Koler, once again, aggressive. Clearing close left. I like that. Oh, man, you know what? I think at this point, Koler has to realize that these players have been playing on top of that box so much, and it just doesn't seem like he's ever peeking on top of the box first. He's always going for that play either on the side of it or behind it, never for the player on top. The kills he's gotten on like the Jet who's been on top of that box have always been because his adjustment and his flick is so good, not because that's where he's looking first. And I really think if he changes that up, he probably gets a lot more kills in these situations. I think he's actually making it harder for himself. All right, this game, real nail biter, 11-11. Now, Koler, once again, going for his cages plus his cam. Cam checks ramp, sees nothing, cage is down, gonna cage here over towards short, allowing him to cross, right? That cage blocks off that screens, blocks off elbow as well. Ooh, Phoenix finds the kill on Omen. That's one kill. All the team except for Killjoy are here. Another player spotted back deep inside of heaven. Let's see what the play for Koler is. Getting aggressive. Oh, but as he's trying to clear the right side, Killjoy peeks from the left and finds the headshot on Koler there. Unfortunate timing. Really, really difficult when you're clearing that alone. Once again, I'd love to see a little help there. Someone helping him hold those angles so he can push in if he wants to get aggressive. And just hasn't been a lot of that this game, actually. All right, teammates pulling through, though. 12-11 after they find that round. Match point here. Or are we going into overtime? Please don't check the time remaining in this video. It will spoil that. Now, goes, oh, gets the cam. Nice job there. Good little dodge. You know, showing the supremacy of his Cypher over the enemy Cypher. Now, pushing into ramp here. Phoenix already making his way into heaven. Koler has to push up. Make sure he can trade out this death. Phoenix, gonna molly the right side. Now, Koler's turn, pushing up here. Let's check the crosshair placement. Gets blind now. Very difficult, tough spot to be in. Looks like a player probably on the right side just from those bullet tracers. Ooh, I wonder what we do here. And he is. Oh my gosh. I love that play from Koler there. Unfortunately, though, because there was no pressure from short, he does go down to that Omen. But I love that play. I love that aggression. The chance of a player pushing you into rafters there from heaven is so low. And yet Koler does it. I think that was a great play. And you guys are probably thinking, oh, he died. But sometimes great plays, you die on them. They don't always work out. But I love the idea there. That was excellent. All right, the start of overtime after the team able to get that win there, 12-12. Let's see what happens now. When games go this long, we all want to win them, so these losses hurt. Alarm bot down, cage as well. Now, Koler, yeah, definitely going to start getting spammed there. Whenever you guys make your presence known in ropes, you do get spammed almost instantly, so good idea to back up. Molly down, Koler going for the aggressive play. Looks like the enemies have already made their way into heaven, though. Got to be careful close right here. People like sitting in there. Looks like Koler wasn't too worried about that spot, though. Ooh, player was in mailroom, too, looks like. So, might have got a little lucky there. Koler now pushing flank. Turret spots him, so they know he's here. There's a little bit of like a jump peek there around the corner. Oh, finds the unaware Reyna. Unfortunately, looks like the shot was a little bit off, but does find a kill. And team able to come through there, and they do get that first round of overtime. All right, guys, it all comes down to this 13-12 overtime match point here. Koler has shown us he definitely knows where to throw cages. Will he do it again? The answer is yes. Hope you guys are paying attention. If a pro player is doing this, I think maybe it might be smart if you do it as well. Let's see. Koler aggressing. Oh, beautiful flick there. That was disgusting. Oh my gosh, follows it up with another one as well. Single-handedly taking heaven here. Players from his team need to push in. Oh my god, the Lear's coming in. Oh, great reaction. And the kill on the Reyna. What am I watching? Oh my gosh, the 4K from Koler, leaving only one player left. It's the Jet. I don't know what I just watched, but this happens to be one of the most disgusting rounds I've ever seen. The ace to finish out the game. Koler showing you why he's a professional. All right, guys. So what an awesome game there from Koler, to be quite honest with you. That was actually a real thriller. To end that on an ace as well. Ace in overtime is, you can't really ask for a better ending to a game. Now, let's talk about what we can take away from this game. First of all, I think we have to note the utility usage here from Koler was superb, right? He's constantly using that utility over on A to create pressure on attack. I really, really liked what I saw there. You don't see that a lot from a lot of Cyphers. A lot of Cyphers will hold their cages and hold their cams for who knows what, but Koler was not afraid to use it, and I think that should definitely be noted. Causing constant pressure there really, really dictates map control, allows for your teammates to gain more map control on other spots of the map, like mid and over by B as well. Really, really liked what I saw there. Now, one takeaway I have for Koler, though, is a lot of his deaths came from aggression. And they came from him essentially pushing into spots where there are a lot more angles to check than he can do at once. And that once he clears them, can still potentially then be repeaked by a moving enemy. Like, for example, when he walked into a site there kind of on his own and then died to a classic with the Omen, an Omen with a classic there. You know, that's just one of those situations where without any teammates, I mean, you're kind of asking for that because there were just so many spots for the enemies to hide in. Really, really difficult to make an adjustment. And then aside from that, you know, the Sheriff buys on defense and things of that nature. But one thing we have to remember about a player of the caliber of Koler is that he can make those Sheriffs work. So take that with a grain of salt. Now, one thing I want to say though is we didn't see a lot of aggression towards Koler on when he was on B site for those few rounds, and I think that's probably smart. Really hard to play against a Cypher here on B, but then he swapped over to A. And we saw him a few times, I think, get caught out. Once again, though, I think it was the overaggression. You know, just kind of being a little bit too wide on one of those swings there on the top of ramp goes down. And then, you know, a few rounds after that, I think he pushed again and ended up getting headshotted through a wall or really low health. And unfortunately had no cage left to block his path backwards. And then I think the enemy Jet just pushed him. So a lot of what gets Koler killed, it looks like, is the aggression. And as I was saying, you know, at this rank and of players of this caliber, generally the mistakes you see in these ranked games in matchmaking is just them having fun and them getting aggressive. So not necessarily something we'll see in Koler when he plays in an upcoming tournament, but in these VODs, yeah, we do see that a lot. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But you know, one thing I also want to say, the final thing, is I talk a lot about crosshair placement on this channel, and Koler, you know, is no exception. But his just happens to be absolutely incredible. Every single angle, you know, being perfectly watched by him. You know, as he's moving, knows where to move to and where to look, how to clear certain spots, knows after, you know, you clear one spot, where do you clear next, knows to keep his back against the wall, you know, knows. It just was so wonderful to watch. I hope you guys were able to take something away from that, and maybe now you see what I mean when I talk about crosshair placement, hopefully. But with that being said, I think we are going to end the VOD review here. Thank you so much, Koler, for giving me the opportunity to watch this. I really do appreciate it. And guys, if you enjoyed, hey, go check out Koler's stream on Twitch, Koler1337 at Twitch and on Twitter as well. And hey, leave a like on this video if you want to see more. This is our first Radiant review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, well, let me know. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy and peace.